Hello, welcome to this C# support video. This challenge is from a week 9 challenge called X marks the spot. I'll do my best to resist the temptation to put on a pirate voice for this challenge, but the idea is that you have some pirates with a secret treasure map. They have found some clues that tell them how to find the treasure and where to dig, and we have to work out the coordinates basically. So we start at coordinates 0, 0. Every time we find a north, then we increase the y coordinate. Every time we find an east, we increase the x coordinate. But if we go off grid and into the waters, then we have to walk the plank. So you're not allowed to kind of zip into the water and then back into the island as soon as you go off that grid, so -1 or 30, 32, because we start counting at 0, then we're off grid. So let's have a look and see where to get started. We need to keep track of our coordinates, so let's make some x and y coordinates, both set to 0 to begin with. And it's only going to be 32 squares wide, so that means the maximum value should only ever be 1 at any point. Then our input string contains lots of characters, so we'll need to iterate through each of those characters in turn. So for I equals 0, I is going to be an index that keeps track of which particular character we're looking at the moment. So it should never be longer than the length of our input string. And then the character that we're looking at the moment should be the input at position I. So that's going to be a character, and then we want to double check what that is. So you could use lots of if statements. I'm going to use a switch statement, which is the equivalent of lots of ifs. So we'll say do something different, like a switch on the wall that has different positions, based on what this value is, what this character is. So in case it is a n, we'll do something. In case it is a s for south, we'll do something else. And then we'll have an east and a west. So you have to be careful to put the break things in here, otherwise after it's, if you don't have this break, then once you've finished executing the north case, it will then continue on to execute the south case. So that's why we need the break in there. And then we can also have a default that says if there's anything dodgy on the map, I don't know if I put this in as a rule, don't think I did, but I'll put it in anyway just to show you how the default works. If there's any other character than north, south, east or west, then immediately we walk the plank. Okay, so what happens here? If it's north, the y coordinate needs to increase. If it's south, the y coordinate needs to decrease. East, then we're increasing the x coordinate. West, we're decreasing the x coordinate. And then after increasing or decreasing these values, after changing them, but inside the loop, still inside this for loop, we want to do some sanity checks to make sure we're still on the island. So we'll say if at any point we're off the island, then we need to walk the plank. Okay, so what do we mean by being off the island? Well, if x is less than 0 or x is greater than or equal to 32, or y is less than 0 or y is greater than or equal to 32. That should hopefully do it. Let's see. No, why not? Unexpected symbol y on line 22. Okay, yeah, I've got my conditions without a operator to work out how they're joined. Is it an and or an or? So this double pipe thing here is a logical or. It's saying if that is the case, or that is the case, or that is the case. So basically, if any of these are true, if it's off the grid in any direction, then we run this statement. And remember, return breaks out of the function immediately. It doesn't continue around the loop. Let's have a look. Still no joy. Let's see. So, apparently, my algorithm says walk the plank. If we, so let's see what happens. We should be at 0, 0. Oh, go away, silly thing. Help. Ah, yeah, of course, because I'm returning walk the plank. Silly me. This was my default case that I didn't get rid of. So I need to return a string that is going to be 2 coordinates that will be x and y. So here this will just replace the contents of that with x, and it will replace the contents of that with y. Yeah, excellent. It worked. Great. See you next time.